Hey y'all, I'm Mandy and this is Mandy in the Making. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of Winter Dinners. I'm going to share 3 easy and delicious meals with you. So I'm in South Carolina and we really don't get a lot of snow and ice here, and over the weekend we had, here at my house, we had almost 5 inches of snow. I know other people got like 8 to 10 inches, but that's a lot for us. And then we had ice on top of it. It's still a winter wonderland out there. I'll show you in just a second. Because of that, it's very cold and it just makes you want warm, yummy food. Today I'm gonna be doing a crock pot meal and it is cabbage and kielbasa in the crock pot. Very simple ingredients. You could add other veggies. You could take some of these veggies out. It's just really however you wanna do it. Winter wonderland. That's a lot of snow for us. Oh, hello bird. There's really not a lot of prep other than just cutting our potatoes and our cabbage. So once we do that, we just throw it all in the crock pot and forget about it. My cutting board is getting pretty full, so let's go ahead and put some of this into the crock pot. I've got about 4 or 5 potatoes here. These are just red potatoes and 1 small onion that I've chopped. Now I've got about 1 pound of kielbasa sausage. I'm gonna cut it into probably about 1-inch pieces. That's just what we prefer. Let's add this to the crock pot too. The last chopping I need to do is just chop up this head of cabbage. This is not regular green cabbage. My grocery store was out. I forget the name of this kind, but it looked the closest to it. And then I will also use my salad spinner to clean or wash the cabbage. This cabbage was really hard to cut. Let's cut the core out. Now that I have washed it and spun it dry, let's add in this part of the cabbage, and then I just need to do it with the other half as well. I'm throwing it on the floor, that's what I do. That is pretty full. It's gonna be fun to try and stir this, but we will. Let's add in about 1 cup of chicken broth, a little bit of garlic. Who am I kidding? Y'all know I don't do a little bit of garlic. That's the end of this squeezy bottle. You could just do salt and pepper, but I'm gonna use Auntie No-No's everything seasoning. And again, if you're new here, this seasoning, we use it on everything just like it says. I've got it linked in my description box below. You can't get it in grocery stores yet. And lastly, I'm just gonna add a little bit of brown sugar, maybe a couple of tablespoons or so, not quite 1/4 a cup. Now, let's attempt to stir this. Those seasonings kind of down in there. Okay, I'm calling it good enough. Let's put the lid on it. And about halfway through, I'll probably go in and stir it because as that cabbage wilts down, it'll be a lot easier to stir. I'm gonna put it on low for about 6 hours. Okay, this has been cooking all day long. It is definitely kind of wilted down some, which is exactly what we want. Our potatoes are good and tender. And then I just went ahead and made some jasmine rice as well in the Instant Pot just to go along with it.
We got a little Kielbasa cabbage going on here.
Yes, we do.
All right, so we'll get some cabbage, get some of this sausage.
We have some hot sauce here too, just in case, because I know how he rolls. Is that good?
Yes.
Good food for when it's snowy outside.
Man, you're talking about flavorful.
Yeah.
Because all of that Kielbasa flavor is permeated into the cabbage, and I'm sure in the potatoes too. Let's try that. Oh man. The rice is a nice touch too. It soaks up all of the juice and everything.
Yeah. Thought it would help it be a little more hearty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good flavor.
Oh.
It's amazing.
Your face was in there just a little bit. Is that okay?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, just making sure. All right, I'm gonna give this a try. I'll be back. Oh, he added hot sauce.
A little hot sauce.
A little hot sauce. I forgot to come on here and tell you what I thought, but it was delicious. So one of the things that I loved about it was the kielbasa sausage was super, super tender. Not tough at all. Lots and lots of flavor. It was delicious. Stephen got seconds. Cole ate all of his. Yes. Okay, y'all, it is our second meal. I'm making this today for lunch because it's just so simple. You just put all the ingredients together, stick it in the oven, and you're done. I found a recipe online that I kind of adapted this from. I'm just making this one up as I go just because I have these ingredients on hand. It's gonna be French, let's make up a name for it. French fried onion smothered chicken. So I sprayed my casserole dish here with some nonstick spray and set my chicken breast in here. They're pretty thin chicken breasts. Just making sure I was sprinkling the right thing on here. You can tell I'm very prepared. I wanted to add a little bit of paprika to it just because we really like the flavor and the coloring is great. I'm also adding some anti-no-nos just because we love the seasonings in this. Now I've got about a half a cup of sour cream here. I could just do the sour cream if I wanted to. You could always get flavored sour cream. But I'm gonna add just a little onion powder to that, maybe a teaspoon, and some black pepper. Let's just stir this to combine. Just adding a little bit of flavor to this sour cream so it's not just bland. I'm just gonna spread this on top of our chicken. Now we're gonna add a layer of cheese. I've got mozzarella here and some cheddar cheese as well. And lastly, on top, I'm just gonna add our French fried onions. That was the perfect amount. It was not the whole container, it was already open. Now this is going in a 350-degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes, just until our chicken is done.
Whatever this sauce is delicious. But I have a feeling it's got something in there.
It's not cream cheese.
It's not cream cheese?
No,
okay.
It's sour cream.
It's just sour cream.
Yes.
Okay.
So do you like it or no?
I do like it.
Okay.
It's really good.
But you thought I was tricking you?
I thought I was being tricked.
Okay, no.
Because it's, kind of a creamy consistency,
Yeah.
but I mean, probably not so much being sour cream. It's
not as
little,
thick.
Little different consistency there.
Yeah. But the flavors are good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cole's too busy eating.
Mm-hmm. Getting the crunch of the onion and the onion flavor mixed in with that.
Yep.
You got some seasonings, it looks like.
I've got paprika,
Yeah,
anti-no-nos.
Yep.
I got a little bit of onion powder and some pepper.
Oh, I like that.
Yep, I just threw a lot of things together.
Mm-hmm.
You like it?
Yeah.
I did good.
You did.
Look at me creating a recipe. And you love that broccoli. So does Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Cole is digging in on that
It's got
broccoli.
some spice to it.
Yes, it got the firecracker sea salt on it. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, well, I'm gonna give this a try. I'm pretty excited. I came up with that. Go me. So this is really good. Plenty of flavor. I'm pretty impressed. It's fun to find recipes online and let that inspire you to make other recipes, and that's what happened here. So y'all should give this one a try. Okay, it is our third meal of the week. We're having it for dinner tonight on the same night we just had, or the same day that we just had our second meal. But now it's time for Subbie Supper. Today's Subbie Supper I'm really excited about because it is something very different than we've ever made before. This recipe was sent in by Juliette quite a few months ago. I started it and kept it to the side and said I need to make this someday, and that someday is now. Juliette is married to Peter. They have a 2-year-old daughter named Penelope. I love that name. And they live near Belfast in Northern Ireland. Juliette works as a speech and language therapist for stroke rehabilitation patients. And she said they love to spend their free time with their family and friends, going to church, and then just spending their days out in their beautiful country. She said she's always looking for new, easy recipes that are also healthy, and this one checks off both of those boxes. And she mentioned that this has evolved over the past few times that she's made it. Those are usually the best recipes, the ones that kind of start out and you're like, okay, if we tweak it this way, and then it just keeps getting better and better. So thank you, Juliette, for sending over this recipe. It is called Healthy Moroccan Chicken. So it is still mid-afternoon now. We're going to marinate our chicken. We're going to mix together some spices and stick it in the fridge just for a couple of hours before we're ready to cook tonight. Okay, I am just chopping up this chicken. She said to use 3 chicken breasts. I have 2 really large ones here, so I think this will be fine for us tonight. We're just going to chop it up into chunks. She didn't say what size, so I'm probably gonna go with something about like this, maybe an inch or so. Okay, I went a little bit smaller, more like a ½ inch, just so they're more bite size. Let's make our marinade. I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil here to this bowl. And let's add in our spices. Here I've got 1 teaspoon each of cumin and paprika. And in here I have a ½ teaspoon each of salt, pepper, ground cinnamon, and ground ginger. Now I'm gonna take my chopped chicken and add it to a quart-sized bag. And we're just gonna pour the marinade right in there, zip it up, get all the air out, and just massage it all together just so that it all gets coated with the marinade. Okay, that's pretty perfect. This is gonna go in the fridge. I'll see y'all in a couple of hours. We're about to get started. This has been marinating for about 2.5 to 3 hours. I just chopped up our veggies. We're gonna go over to the stove. While we start cooking our chicken, I'm also going to make couscous. I just had this on hand. This is Parmesan flavored. You could do plain for sure, but this is just what I had. This only takes like 5 minutes to cook, but I'm just gonna follow the package directions and then we'll add a few things at the end. One other thing, according to package directions, you want 1 1/4 cup of water, but we're gonna sub vegetable stock instead. So I'm gonna do 1 1/4 cup of vegetable stock. I've got this large skillet heated to medium high. Now we're gonna go ahead and cook our chicken. So we're gonna completely cook the chicken on the stove and then we'll remove it out of the pan. That's some good color there on the bottom. So let's go ahead and flip these. Oh yeah. He thinks he's fancy. He cannot stand it. He's like, let me get over there. Here. He's trying to hand me the camera. Okay, now that this is done, let's add just a little bit of olive oil, our onion, our 2 zucchini, and we're just gonna cook this until they soften up. It'll be just a few minutes. Oh, I also need to add in our garlic. Can't forget that garlic.
No.
So our couscous is done. I'm just gonna fluff it with a fork. Oh yeah, that's perfect. We're gonna add just a little bit of lemon juice to this. And she said to use sultana, I think is the name, but basically it's very similar to golden raisins, so that's what we're gonna throw in. Okay, these veggies are pretty soft. So now we're just gonna add our chicken back in. Something I've never cooked with ever is molasses. And we're gonna add 2 or 3 tablespoons of this directly in here to the skillet. So we're gonna let this cook until it gets pretty sticky. And then we'll deglaze our pan with a little bit of vegetable stock. So we're just gonna cook this for just a couple of minutes. I think she said it'll get sticky after just a couple of minutes. Man, it's so good. Okay, I think we're done. This is very different than what we're used to.
We're gonna see how different this is.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Mmm. Mmm. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Very different flavors. Love the flavors. The lemon juice is definitely bringing that.
Yeah.
You know, it's bringing the savory up a notch.
Yeah, it brightens it up.
Yeah, it brightens it up some. But wow, that's really good. It's very savory. You get that sweet flavor. It's a very rich flavor. But then that lemon juice from the couscous just really brings it up and lifts it up. It's really nice. Mmm.
Can you tell there's cinnamon in there?
Mmm.
Maybe just a little. Okay.
Just a little bit. It gives it a little something interesting.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's kind of like that time we made, what was it called? The Cincinnati chili or something like that? Mm-hmm. It had cinnamon in it, didn't it? Or did it have cinnamon or cocoa? It had something different, and it was just like, whoa. Okay, I can't. I gotta try this. My mouth is watering. So Juliette, you have opened up a whole new world to us. This is so good. It makes me want to break out in the song. A whole new world. But it is so good. I love the flavors. It's completely different than anything we've ever tried before. Mm-hmm. Every time I take a bite, it's like a new burst of flavor. Something new and something different. I very much appreciate you sending this over. I'm so glad that we tried it. Something completely different than we're used to. Y'all should give this one a try. Mm-hmm. In the email, she said that you could use natural yogurt on top. And so Steven went and grabbed some sour cream because that's just what we have on hand. Now tell them what you said. First of all, he said the sour cream was
outstanding. It's really good. If you really want to do something fancy schmancy, maybe take a little bit of yogurt, mix a little bit of that lemon juice in it. If you have some left over, mix some lemon juice to kind of thin it out a little bit, and then drizzle over the top. I'm telling you, you're
so that would have just taken it
it's gonna bring it up even more.
Okay.
It doesn't really need that.
Right.
It's just if you're like me and you love like really strong flavor. Really rich flavors, then you can really bring it out. It's very interesting. I'm looking forward to trying this again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I mean, we cleaned our plates. That's gonna wrap it up for this week. I hope you enjoyed these 3 recipes. Leave me a comment below letting me know which one you plan to try first. I'm gonna say that Moroccan chicken. We're already talking about how we're gonna do it maybe a little bit differently next time, and the next time that we cook it, we're definitely having that one again. So I highly recommend that one. If you haven't done so already, I would love for you to join my YouTube family. Just hit that red subscribe button below. And if you want to get notified each time that I upload, which is usually on Tuesdays and Fridays, hit that little bell and YouTube will send you a notification anytime I add a new video. Give me a thumbs up before you leave if you enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all next time. Bye! I'm leaving it. Bye. Today's Subbie Supper I'm really excited about. I can talk. I'm so excited I can't talk. I've got this large skillet meated. I meated it. Yep. Meated it to medium high. I'm gonna add actually no. I don't need to add. It's already got olive oil on it. Do I have something on my mouth? No. Oh. He was over there wiping his mouth. I thought he was telling me that I had something on my mouth. I already hit record. What are you doing? Rude! Don't pick me like a monkey.
Got a little dust in there. You're a little dusty.
Go on. Let me do it. I gotta do the outro. Can you?
Just be like, we out.
Can I
what?
Can you just go? I'll get it in just a second. Let me film this. Are you done, sweetie? Honey? Lovely? Now you got couscous in your mustache. Oh, now it's in your beard. Okay.
You gonna get a little bite?
No.
I'm saving it for later.
No. Okay, bye. No. Love you.
Just leave it rolling.
Honey, no.
Oh.
Bye. Why did you turn? Okay, let me start this over.